All right, everybody. So one of the things that we're going to dive into this session here in the next 45 minutes to an hour is where to find asset managers. And the reason I pull up LinkedIn here, this is my LinkedIn page, and we use LinkedIn a lot to find asset managers. I'm going to share a couple of things with you here on this Sunday session of Note Camp and some of the ways that we use LinkedIn to literally help us out. Now, the reason I showed LinkedIn is basically free for you guys, okay? It does not cost really anything. You can have the advanced paid version if you want, the premium version, but you can get a lot done with the free version of LinkedIn, okay? If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, oh my gosh, go get one, all right? Go get one. Now, one of the funny things is on the survey, okay, one of the things that we try to do the survey, I'm going to pull it back up here real fast, share my screen here. Yes, we've got 130 people on here. We got my surveys. Is 130 of you have filled this out. If you've not filled this out, please take the time to fill out the survey, okay? It's here to help you. And I'm going through it last night. I'm like, I don't have a LinkedIn profile. I'm like, Jesus, you don't have a LinkedIn profile, okay? One of the things we do is we share everybody's LinkedIn profile so you can connect with everybody here on Note Camp through LinkedIn, okay? Your emails, great, awesome, what we do. Mobile number, so you can text, what's your address. So what's great is at least, 46% of you have been to at least 2 Note Camps, which is awesome. 15 of you have been to all of my Note Camps. I love you, okay? Primary focus, non-performing first, performing, great, owner finance notes, private lending, commercial notes, seconds, service providers, that gives you a breakdown. 82% are looking for non-performing first, okay? 40% roughly looking for performing notes, okay? Top 3 states to invest in, very valuable for you, okay? When you did your first note deal, how many notes have you done? What's your LinkedIn profile, okay? Boom, boom, which is great. Not available, none. Oh, it scares me, okay? How many notes have you purchased? You start investing. What's your biggest goal? This is great. There's people who really said, I want to make 8% of my money. Oh, 8% on their money. Literally there. Cheap money. Do you have a self-directed IRA? Yes. 65% yes. 35% no. A bunch of people looking at joint venture. Yes. If you look at this, 43 plus maybe for the right party. Basically, 88% of you, 89% are looking to yes or maybe, okay? Who wouldn't want to add that many people? Who wouldn't want to add 100, 110, 111 people to their database for potential JV partners, okay? Company name, I don't have one. Oh my gosh, okay? Company website, oh, you either don't, do you have an entity? Yes, no, okay. If you don't, you're not in business, okay? But I'm showing this to you really fast. Other type of note training, it's always important. I like to do that so everybody's learning from. Birthday, social media platforms do you use? Okay, Bigger Pockets is great. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. This is what I wanted to get to, okay? Facebook we use, great. LinkedIn is the second most powerful tool that we use, okay? Very, very valuable what I'm about to share with you guys here to help you with your business, okay? Do you watch the Note Closure Show? If you don't listen, oh my gosh. I don't watch. Forgive me, don't listen. We got to start having you listen to the Note Closer Show. What can I do better to help you? I mean this when I ask these questions, okay? What do you want to learn from Note Camp? Which is great. This is another thing that concerns me about LinkedIn, okay? When I ask if you send an email out to your database, overwhelmingly 52% or 53% of you said you have never done it. That's the biggest problem for taking action, okay? LinkedIn, what we're going to share with you is great ways to build your database. It's great way to find asset managers, great way to find servicing companies, great way to find real estate investors for you to network with. But it doesn't mean anything if you won't actually reach out to them, okay? 53% of you aren't going to do the most basic thing is send an email to your database, okay? That's why 50% of you aren't doing any deals, okay? Are you a full-time or part-time investor? That's 65% are part-time, 35% are full-time. We narrow that down a little bit. Same thing here. Over almost 60% of you have never sent an email out or called asset managers. All right. How many notes you purchased or originated? We'll go to that later on. Whoops, hang on here. Sorry, that's awesome. Wow, this is the no. Almost 30% of you do not belong to a real estate investment club. That's concerning. Okay. That's concerning. Right. And let's see here. Yes or no. 43% of you have never taken my virtual workshop. Wow, you should. Okay. Biggest need, finding deals. Right there. Getting started. All right. Raising capital. This is the biggest things. What's your biggest need? Okay. Right here, everybody. Finding deals and getting started. That's why we're starting off here this session with LinkedIn. And I wanted to share these with you because if you're not alone, a lot of you aren't taking action. You aren't doing anything. Okay. Whether you're listening to this live, you're here at Note Camp, you're listening to replays, you're listening to this on Note Camp podcast. All right. The biggest thing is if you want to find deals and get started, the basic thing to do is send an email out to your database. It all starts with that. If you're not willing to do that, do yourself a favor, quit saying you're a real estate investor because you're really not. Everybody's in marketing whether you believe it or not. You have to market yourself, and that's why we're going to start with LinkedIn. Okay? Let's be feeding for. So anyway, going back here, one of the easiest things that I like to do, basic, simple thing. One of the things I challenged myself a year ago was to build my LinkedIn profile. I was at 6,000 connections. I thought that was great. Hey, that's pretty good. Then I realized, wait, that's not much at all. I should be doing a lot more. I should be over 10,000. Okay. So I started one way to build your audience, build your database is type in real estate investor and just search for those people. Okay. And you see there's 290,000 results if you have a real estate investor. Now, some of you that don't have a LinkedIn profile, this is going to be hard for you because you don't have any connections to go around with, okay? 290,000 results, okay? Now, if I go to my connections and I type in second degree connections and apply, that drops it down to 73,000 I have a second degree connection with, okay? So I need to go through and connect with these people. Those that say connect, I'll literally go through and connect. Okay, because why do I do this? Because they're real estate investors. I want to connect. I want to network with other real estate investors. Everybody's a buyer, a seller, or a funding source. Basic. Okay. Does that make sense, everybody? Right there. Now, the idea is to connect with them. And then what I also do is then I export my connections. Okay. And LinkedIn, when I connect with asset managers or real estate investors, yes, it downloads it all in there. And I'm glad to send an email out to my LinkedIn connections. I don't spend a lot of time sifting through my 14,000 or 15,000 plus connections to figure out who's who. I just dump them all into my LinkedIn database. Okay, drop an email out. Here's what we're focused on this month. Anybody got any deals? Anybody got any notes? Okay. The reason I want to put secondary connection is, Wayne, is I want to see who I'm not connected with. Now, you and I, if we're connected, we're a first degree connection. Okay. We're a first degree connection. Okay. If we're connected, we're a first degree connection. All right. I don't want to connect with first degree connections. I want to connect with my second degree connections. Okay. And that way I can connect with those. That makes sense now, Wayne? So Joel asked the question, I've been on LinkedIn for a long time and my profile is linked to my insurance adjuster life. Should I create something different in case an asset manager looks at my profile? Yeah, I would just add that you are a real estate investor. Just add a spot. I'm an insurance adjuster and real estate investor. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Wayne Brent saying, what is a third degree connection? It means I'm not connected. I have to go through somebody like you to get to a third degree connection. Okay. You've heard of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? I'm just third degree away from that person. I need somebody to introduce me to him. Okay. Okay. I don't really waste my third degree. I spend my time in the second degree. I want to increase my second degree connection. Or basically, if I connect on these, I'll add my first degree connections when they connect. Once I connect with them, Then every time when I hit export on my contacts list on LinkedIn, which is free to do, I can download and get first name, last name emails. Okay. Names and then their job title, which is beautiful. That's a smart marketing piece to add into that I market to on Facebook, or I'll market to with emails out to them as well. Okay. Anyway, real estate investors, easy way to add. We have literally, that helped me go from 6,000 LinkedIn connections to over 12,000 LinkedIn connections. Okay. It helps me with a database, because you got to realize your network is your net worth. Why would you look? I get not being a part of a real estate club if you're not near one. I get it. But why not create your own? What do you mean by that, Scott? I mean, why not create your own network right here on free? People want you to reach out to them. People want you to, it's literally free. You just got to spend some time. Hell, you can hire a VA in the Philippines to go through here and add some stuff to you. Connect. Wait a couple weeks, go back, connect. Oh, those are connected. Export connections. Drop them into your database like Infusionsoft or MailChimp. Drop an email. Hey, great to see you. Just wanted to reach out to you. We're connected online. All right. Now, what does that have to do with asset managers? Well, if you go back here to LinkedIn, so changing to real estate investor. Let me do this first. Drop it back to first degree so you can just see everybody's out there. Okay. Because what's happening here? Let me tell you something. Real estate investors are looking for deals. Can we agree to that, everybody? Okay. They're looking for deals. And if you are 6 to 12 months ahead of time in the note space, you're going to find deals. So what did I just do there? I just showed you, if you're not going to fill out the survey, here's a way to build your network, build your audience to help you market your deals through. These are the things that I did a decade ago that are much easier to do now. Okay. You don't literally have to leave your house. You could literally be at home eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and Dunkin' Donuts and just delivering stuff online. Okay. Getting lists in from asset managers, seeing what states people are buying in, and sending on deals with them and brokering a wholesale and deals in between. That's literally the most simplest thing you could do. Okay. So if you're looking for assets for non-performing notes, if you're looking for notes, what you type in here into LinkedIn are basically these three things. Special asset manager. Type that in, it pulls up 314,000 connections. Okay. You get a lot of the REO asset manager, non-performing notes, Drew Pope. Okay, let's look at Drew Pope's, which I'm connected to already. See? He's selling some stuff there. New graduate. All right. Or special asset manager. Just scroll down here a little bit. Invictus Asset Management. Gary Green. Mortgage note investor. Ben Kidd. I know Ben for years. Okay. Look at Gail Anthony Greenberg. Okay. All right. Crystal Rucker. Scott Yath, okay. Bill McCaffrey, Bobby Hawkins, okay. Seen a lot of people in here that I know. Okay. Asset manager, all right. Let's take it one step further and go back here. Let's see if I go to your secondary connections are going to be different than mine, okay. So special asset manager, let's type in secondary marketing. That's more of a banking term. $1.453 million connections. Okay. All right. 1.453 connections, million connection. Scenic Oats Funding, Capital Markets, Wyndham Capital Mortgage, Sovereign Lending Group. This number keeps going up because there's more people getting the lending. There's more mortgage companies coming back. There's a lot, okay? There's a lot of people lending in. There's more banks coming back. There's more lending institutions lending out there, okay? All right. Message. You see, a lot of these people I'm already connected to. So let's type in here and let's change it to a secondary connection for me. Steve Ross, Tad Hensley, USAA, Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, Rebecca Wentz, okay? Envoy Mortgage. I'm going to connect here. Yep, let's add a note. I just wanted to see if you if you were the correct. Something simple. You want to do? I'm just going to copy that. Boom. Send invitation. That went there, right? Let's go here to Dia. Connect. Greater San Diego. Add a note. Paste. Send invitation. Boom. Green box loan. Alec. Add a note. Boom. Paste. Simple things you can do. And I don't care what your time slot is. If you work a full-time job, great. You can do this during lunch breaks. You can do this at night from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m., okay? You can do this on your cell phone because you can do this in your LinkedIn app on your cell phone. Copy, paste, copy, paste. And the thing is, if you do it on your cell phone, it's not going to limit you to how many you can do in a day. Now, if you do it on the website here, it limits to you adding new connections, about 10% new connections to how many existing connections you have. So you got to give it time for people to refresh, for it to update your count. But literally, you can do it literally here on your cell phone and keep doing copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Who doesn't love that? Simple, easy. Adding asset managers to a database, everybody. But it doesn't do you any damn bit of good if you're not going to send an email out to them. Okay? It's not going to do you any good at all unless you send an email out to them. That's the first way that we find asset managers is through LinkedIn. Any questions about this at LinkedIn? You might also want to type in here, do chief credit risk. Because National, Michael Moore, duh, talked to him before. Credit risk is submissive. These are the people that look at their banks and understand, well, there's a credit risk. That's a much smaller number. Let's just go back and show the full amount. It's not going to be near as much as beforehand. Whoa, wait a second. It's a big number now. Oh, okay. Bobby Hawkins. You can see these messages people I've connected with already. See, people post different things in their LinkedIn profiles, and these are the keywords to look for. Now, one of the things I like to talk about is loan servicing. Type in that because servicing companies are a great place to find. Now, you're not going to reach out like Shantae Duffy or Stacy Tennyson for the most part, okay? 187,000 people on there say they're in loan servicing, okay? What I like to do is type in one more, and this is something business development. Your business development people are the ones going around and bringing in new loans, new business for people like you, me. Joel was with business development for New View Land Home before he got into what he's doing now. But like Bill Coppage, right up here at the top. Bill Coppage, 42 years in the business development side for Faith Servicing. He used to use his SunTrust Mortgage. Bill's actually a mastermind member in the past. Okay, known Bill for years. We knew him a long time as business development before he ever became a mastermind member. Okay, great guy, smart guy. Okay, but the thing is, like Drew Lewis down here, founder, CEO, Del Toro Loan Servicing. Great guy. Del Toro handles a lot of California notes. California debt. I want to reach out to people that know everybody in their business. The business development people at servicing companies know who has business, who has it that they're trying to add loans. And the thing is, these are the people who go to, hey, do you know anybody who you're handling with at Fay or Del Toro who may be looking to sell notes off? I would like to have you guys retain servicing, but I'd like to buy those notes. Now, you want to, if you're going to do this, this is a nugget. This is a nugget I'm teaching right now, okay? Business development guys and servicing companies, I want to retain servicing with you. Now, some loan companies or some servicing companies will only let you retain it if you have so many loan files, like 100. I think what SN says is like, or NAA, maybe like 100 loan files. If you don't have 100, they want it shipped out. Okay, that's okay. But if you got 100, why not keep it with them? It's the easiest transition. Oh, I'm gonna buy some notes and keep it with you. You don't have to worry about servicing transfers to a different servicer. They're literally on board. And then if you don't like how they work after 6 months, then service transfer them out to somebody else. But literally, guys and gals, look at this. I've talked to Chad Walsh at Nation Star Mortgage. I can't tell you how many times. Okay. But this is such a great, I don't know, this is something I literally, as I'm constantly working to come up with stuff, this is the thing I just literally came up with the other day. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I did not do this earlier. Duh. Okay. Questions, comment, Bob Repass at the Colonial Funding. He used to be maybe, okay. Any questions regarding this aspect of what I just covered here now? All right. We do a much deeper dive into our virtual workshop here November 30th. Okay. All right. Moving on. One of the things I like to go to as well is another website. I'll go to lenguide.com. Some people, oh, it's over. Okay. No, Christina says, so for the loan servicing business development, you add that sentence, I'm looking to service with you. No, I'm looking for you to retain servicing on the notes that you do. Okay. I'm looking to retain servicing. Okay. A good nugget, right, Laura? Well, that's a great nugget. All right. Easy to do, automate, boom, set it all up, rock and roll. Okay. Especially right now, to get to the end of this month through December, they don't want to lose business because people are selling assets off or things like that. Lane Guide, it's $150 a year. I think I need to, if I log back in, I think I got to repay for it. Yeah. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, yeah, I got to repay for it. But anyway, but it just expired. October 31st is expired just recently. I haven't used it last week. But this is a great service to go to for you to find asset managers, to find who bought who, okay? $149 a year, well worth it. Go on there, check it out, mess around with it some. It's phenomenal. Many of you were probably on JD Bates' thing with Note Pros. How Note Pros does the scrubbing for asset managers and states. I would go do that as well, okay? Jim Myers, something new each time, buddy. You know what? That's why we love the WCN membership. Come back to the virtual workshops each time. If you don't want to make it back, don't worry, you get the replays. Why not, right? All right. So Lane Guide's a great thing. LinkedIn's a good one. Note Pros is a good stuff. Perfect. Oh, and an email just popped up from Lane Guide. Hey, hang on here. I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause my video here. I'm going to stop my share my screen. I'm going to go back in and renew this real fast. Because I want to spend some time with this with you guys. Boom, shakalaka. I like Lane Guide, so we use it all the time. Whoops, I typed in the right month. Sorry, guys, I thought I forgot to do this. See. Whoops. All right, let me log in. Yeah, log in. All right. Sorry about that. No, Wayne, I do not want to pay your subscription. All right, start the video up here. The Lane Guide is pretty easy to use. It's got some really great stuff to it. You have to be careful. About a third of the emails are outdated just because people move around on a pretty regular basis with distressed assets. But the big thing is in your REO Asset Manager search. This is the big thing on here you want to search for, not REO Asset Managers, but it lumps in asset managers on the loan side in the search as well. So residential property, Alabama's fine, statewide county. Change this, though, to special asset departments. Can we type? I would just do banks or mortgage lenders and hit search. And it gives you a whole list of asset managers for that state. And the beautiful thing, it gives you their names and a lot of times their emails, okay, and a direct phone number. Unfortunately, you can't export this list. You can copy and paste it and spend a little bit of time going through this as well. But this is a great thing just for state by states. It's a pretty good list. Like I say, you got to be prepared for at least about a third of the information to be just outdated. You just got to go back in and spend a little time on it, okay? But it's still great for dollar and for dollars, all right? Question, and it's nice. Go back to home here. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, so-and-so, do you know somebody that can find it? So you can do a lending type search as well if you want to. Pick all states or just pick a, let's just say Colorado. If you're looking for residential 1 to 4 or lending a state, sure. Not auto, I didn't want auto. Let's see, residential 1 to 4 conforming. And let's do residential subprime. Let's just say either. And hit search. And there you go. You got a dollar for dollar list. Okay. Now, one of the things we did last February is we had 25 people come together and I gave them lists and we had a banking blitzkrieg aspect of things. Okay. And for 4 weeks, they dialed for dollars. They got a new list every week, a new asset manager that I sent them. They dialed for dollars. They sent me the call log. One of the great things we do at the Fast Track training is I give you the banking blitzkrieg list with people's names, contact information, LinkedIn profiles. Yeah. We give that to you as part of the Fast Track and the Note Mastermind. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very valuable list. Yeah, this is a perfect job for a VA to go through. Exactly right, Laura Blanc. No names on this list. What do you mean? Yeah, it's not this list. Okay, you missed it, Wayne. We gave them the list. They called and got names and then sent me back the spreadsheet with the names and contact information on it. But there are often names on this list. Let me just go down here like to, let me go down here. Let's find one. Bank of Colorado. Click here, take it over here. Gives you the list of names, main office. Okay, great. There's not much on there, but a phone number. Bank of the West. Let's click on Bank of the West. Click there. RE Loan Servicing Department, Consumer Loan Financing, Special Assets Department. Let's click on there. And you got an email with a name. And so, yeah, you just got to spend some time driving into it, Wayne. Just got to spend a little time working with her. That's what I like about it, okay? And yes, Martha Torres is still there at the Bank of the West. All right? But that's the thing. You go through this, go down, go down, go down. There's a whole variety of different departments and different bigger banks. The bigger you get, hang on. Was it the Bank of Oklahoma was in here earlier? Let's see, Bank of Oklahoma, since you're now in Tulsa now. Loss Mitigation Department, REO Department, okay. All right, let's just see if there's a name there. Wide Weil. All right. And Wide's email. Boom shakalaka, Wayne. Shh. Just shh. All right. All right. Going back. All right. It's got 157 branch offices found in 7 states. So they're going to have assets in other states besides just Oklahoma. All right. But this is why I like Lane Guide. While those lists I showed you in the first slide, it may be a little outdated. You still dive into this. They pretty much update this one-on-one stuff pretty relatively quickly. All right. Pretty good. $180 a year, $149 a year. So well worth it. So well worth it. Okay. Cool. And one other source you can go to. One of the great things is a lot of some of the states, not so many, a lot of the states now. Texas Savings, Mortgage and Savings Department. You see, I'm in here all the time. Texas likes to publish a list all the time of licensees. Like literally, look at here. Download list of licensees. Let me click there. Company roster download. Click there. 3 clicks, and I get a download list of licensees of everybody licensed to do business in Texas, to lend in Texas. So now I'm going to get a download list, a huge list of mortgage brokers, mortgage bankers, servicing companies. Don't really need much for the mortgage brokers, but the bankers and the servicing company makes this list, which didn't cost anything, just 3 clicks. 3 clicks, and I get a huge database of contacts all across the country that are doing business lending in Texas. Okay. And it takes a list. And this list keeps getting longer getting longer and longer each month, each quarterly pull as more and more people are coming in Texas. Why do they like Texas? Texas is a very friendly state when it comes to foreclosure. Very friendly laws for lending. Okay. So it gives me a spreadsheet downloaded here. I'm going to open this up. I don't need that. Open up the spreadsheet and boom, shakalaka, look at that. Now that's a deep list, but it's literally, if you look down here, it's 3,400 names long, okay? Now the names, it's not giving you the people at the department. It gives you the name of the company, the status, prove their mailing address, the company, I mean, basically a corporate office address, okay? Phone number, fax, and then an email address of usually the person in charge of the company or in charge of licensing, okay? Now, what you do with this list is you're gonna go over here, highlight the whole thing, filter it, and then you get rid of what you don't need on the license type, okay? And so it's gonna, you're not gonna select all, you get rid of auxiliary mortgage lending, credit union you don't need, financial services company you don't need, independent contractor process don't need any, okay? Mortgage company license, we want to keep that in there. If not, so you highlight all those, and then you just delete all those. Now, I've gotten stuff from mortgage companies before. They may not be a mortgage banker in Texas, but they're mortgage bankers in other areas. Some people are like, well, just remove me from my list. Okay, I'll remove you. So if I delete those, actually, I'm sorry. Let me share my screen because you probably can't see my screen now, right? All right. So download this big list. Sorry. I'm sure so you're like, oh, share the screen. So it gives you this list. Huge list. Come on. Name, license, status, like I said here before. Issue date, mailing address, phone number, fax, email address of the person in charge of licensing or the person in charge of the company. You highlight the whole thing, you filter it, and then you go through and select all the things you don't need. The only thing you really need on here is mortgage banker, mortgage loan servicer, or in the mortgage company. But for the sake of what we're talking about today, we're going to get rid of the mortgage company generic ones, okay? You got them all in here now. Go down and delete all these that you don't need. Delete the rows. Okay. Go back into my license type. I have now a mortgage banker registration, residential mortgage loan servicer, which now gives me how many names? Bottom of my list. Oh my gosh, Becky, would you look at that list? It's so big. 899 contacts. Okay. And the beautiful thing, look at this. Let's just go ahead and filter it by residential mortgage loan servicer. Boom. And at last, the Red Bull is kicking in. 277 residential loan servicer registrations in Texas alone. They may be doing loans in other states. They may be out of states, but at least they're servicing here in Texas. This is the money list. Boom, shakalaka. Right? This is how you find assets. This is how you find deals. And you know what? It's only good if you take action, if you pick up the phone and call. Just call, that's all right? Or send an email and see who opens the email, okay? We go through a very in-depth process of, okay, what do you say? What don't you say? How often do you reach out to them in our virtual note buying workshop, November 30th through December 2nd, guys and gals. This is easy. This is like shooting fish. If you just take action, if you just take action and do it again and again and again and again and again, you're going to have deals that flow into you again and again and again and again because you took action again and again and again. But for over half of you that have never sent an email to your database, you're going to be sitting here, I don't want to send an email. You may not have to work. You mean they're just not going to fall over and give me their lists? No, they're not going to do that. Okay? But everybody, literally 277 people, companies that have hundreds or thousands of loans. Look, Texas Pride Lending, Grant Kemp right there. Texas Pride Lending. Hang on here. Dallas, Texas. S. Montes at Texas Pride Lending. Yep, there you go. Look at this. Legal, okay. Licensing, not a big deal. Scott. Hey, Scott there. John Meager. John's one of our ex-students. They started a servicing company. Notewise Investments, just for their own deals. Okay. John's a great guy. All right. But look at this. This is stuff. People waiting for you to pick up the phone. Just call. That's all. What do you say? Oh my God, I don't know what to say. You're not going to call them this week. It's Thanksgiving week. Okay. All right. This is why we have the class November 30th or December 2nd. So you can at least knock out stuff the first 2 weeks of December to hopefully get some deals in. Okay. I have a method to my madness as a note investor. This is why we have our mastermind the 7th, 8th, and 9th of December, so we can go through this stuff and spend some time knocking it out of the park. All right? Because if they're not going to close on deals by December 31st, you know what they're going to do the first month? Asset managers are going to look at their assets. What do we need to get rid of? What didn't we get rid of? All right? All right. Now, another way to find assets is using Distress Pro. That's why we're bringing Brett Palumbo on Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. Distress Pro is a great resource if you will just think and use it. All right. So many people just buy something and never use it, but you don't take action. That's what drives me bonkers. That's the one thing that I can't stand is people that do not take action. If you're just going to sit there and bitch and moan or complain about your situation or overthink things and never pull the trigger, you are your own problem, everybody. This is why I'm so passionate about our fast track members. They're the people that are pulling the trigger and taking action. All right. That's why I love pumping them with information, pumping them with stuff, because they're doing the things. I want to surround myself with people that do things. It is what it is. Not everybody's an action taker, but those things right there, LinkedIn, Lane Guide, all right? Texas Savings Mortgage Loans. That's just a drop in the bucket. This is all free information except for the 149 right there for you to do something with. Okay? Right there. Fingertips. Download the list, upload it, Infusionsoft to MailChimp, and send an email. Just do it. Yeah. Yeah, Victor, that slogan's already taken by a company. But Sean did a really great job last night talking about committing to your goals, committing to what you want to accomplish. Okay. Commitment is the key to success. You got to be committed. You got to go do it. And the things we teach in the our virtual note buying workshop is not difficult. It's pretty damn simple most of the time if you just will freaking go do it. All right? Cat hair. Yeah, I wish that was the case. That's not the case. Others are rich. They don't have time now. Taking action is one of the most critical things you can do in this business that will separate yourself from the audience. And that's the one thing that's really separated me from the rest of the pack out there, everybody. I mean, I've had people here that were on Note Camp that wouldn't talk to me 10 years ago. I had people on here who wouldn't give me the time of day. Oh, you're just a back of the house sales guy. You don't know what you're talking about. 10 plus years ago. Oh, whatever. No. And I just stick with it. I stuck with it. That's why we bought millions of dollars of assets. That's why we helped make millionaires out of people. That's why we are so passionate in the success that people are having. Because I know what I'm talking about, because I'm consistent. You're not going to outwork me. Okay? But there's more than enough to go around for all of us. Okay? Jason asked a question: is the virtual note buying workshop the same as Note Buying Blueprint or different content? So Jason, if you sign up for the blueprint, which is $997, a virtual workshop is included in there. Okay. So the blueprint is our online home study course. It's got a bunch of videos, some 30-day series on that. Great training. It's a great aspect of it. It does include a ticket, one ticket to Note Camp, one ticket to a virtual workshop. Okay. That's included, is the Note Buying Blueprint. Okay. So if you already signed up for the blueprint, you don't need to sign up for the virtual workshop. You get a ticket to it. Okay. You get one ticket to it. So that's the beautiful thing about that. I'm not trying to have you double dip. Okay. But if you haven't signed up for the blueprint, hey, the virtual workshop, November 30th to December 2nd, sign up at weclosenotes.com. All right. Great stuff to go through, especially to be the end of the year session. End of the year, you're going to have a lot of stuff at the market. You just got to be prepared for it. Okay. All righty. Questions, comments, concerns so far about the finding aspect of things? There's a couple other sources that you can find asset managers, but I'm not going to share that with you. I share that with my WCN crew. We're a fast track trainer. We're a mastermind. One of the things I give my fast track trainees in my mastermind, I give them a list of hedge funds that we buy from a regular basis. Low hanging fruit. I also give you a list of hedge fund managers, a real estate hedge fund list that cost me a couple grand to buy. And it gives all the type of assets that they buy, the asset class. So if you're calling banks, you get a listing of some different assets. You can reach out to the asset class hedge fund, say, hey, you're buying hospitality, or you're buying golf courses, or you're buying anything, medical office. Hey, I got a deal here for you. You can wholesale it. All right. Huge. It's going to be huge. Okay. Yeah. It's a good stuff, lollipop. Good stuff, lollipop. All right. The whole point of what I'm trying to get back here, everybody, is there's so much information just waiting for you to reach out to it. You know, so one of the best things I've learned is over the last decade plus, actually last 14 years, I had a very, very lucky time to work with a guy, kind of as an apprenticeship for about 4 years, one of the best marketers in the business, Roland Frazier out there. Learned from that guy and some great marketing tips on how to do some things. This is, you know, and I followed him for the last decade. And he just does an amazing job. And I learned how to go find information. I go learn, find lists, how to go use these things and then market to them properly in a variety of ways. One of the things that we teach in the virtual workshop that we'll show you, say, here's an email database, or here's a database you pulled, drop into your email. Here's a sample template for you to use. Okay. Here's what you should say, what you should not say. Here's the call log, or here's the call scripts. Here's the FAQs. Okay. Here's the FAQs for you. Frequently asked questions. All right. Here's email templates we send. It's not difficult. All right. And there's more than enough to go around. Okay. If you saw the list on LinkedIn, million plus people, asset managers, special assets, there's plenty of connections out there. Yeah, you have a lot of real estate investors. I get that. A lot of real estate investors. But you have a lot of people that are in this space looking for deals or have deals. You just got to, you make your money by finding the two. Maybe you're the person looking for the deal. Maybe you're the one with the capital. Doesn't matter. You make the most amount of money being a deal connector here with everything, okay? That makes sense, everybody? Cool. All right. So the beautiful thing, let me go back to this list here. Just closing some things down here. Another place to go to, well, I'm not share this with you as well. So you don't, if one of the things I shared, I'll give you a sneak peek in one of the things that we did the other night, a month or two ago for our WCA crew training. One of the things that we did, I'm going to share it because nobody else is going to go do this. I think we can all agree there's more subprime lenders coming back. Or I'm sorry, let's make sure and state this properly. Non-prime lenders coming back, okay? Non-prime. And Scotsman Guide is a free resource, okay? And this gets me salivating, all right? This gets me excited because when I used as a previous mortgage broker, mortgage banker, I used to get the Scotsman Guide. It was a big, thick, bulky, magazine that came once a month. Would tell us who's lending on what, who's doing type of loan. So literally I can go over here. It's free. This doesn't cost anything for you guys now. Go to residential side, click on lender search, and then it gives you all these categories: branch opportunities, correspondence, warehouse lines, great opportunity, prime niches, prime first mortgages, FHVA, and then look at that, non-prime niches and non-prime first mortgages. Oh my gosh, the hair in the back of my neck just stood back up. Seriously, non-prime. You're killing me, Smalls. All right. So pick the state. Let's go to one of my favorites. Do Florida. We'll just say single unit occupancy. Let's say owner occ. Purchase. $100,000 loan amount. And just hit search. And this gives you, look at this, 96 matches. Loan Stream, Aethys Capital Group, Angel Oak Mortgage, Carrington, Citadel, Alt Loan, Sprout Mortgage, First National Bank of America, Fund Loans, Greenbox. Look at these. Freaking Yahoos. Okay. 600 FICO, 660, 620, 550, 500 FICO. Okay. 500 FICO, 500, 500, 500, 520. There's so, look at these. And the states they lend in: JMAC, Deep Haven, AD&D, New Penn Financial. Guys and gals, we're going to see a repeat of 2008, 9, and 10. Maybe it won't be as hard as that version was, but you have the Big Short #2 going to take place again. You're going to have too big to fail. You're going to have banks going to business. There probably won't be so many banks. You're going to have a lot of the lending institutions go to business. What are they doing? They're originating, and then you know who they're selling them to, right? The banks. Wall Street again. %85 LTV, 500 credit scores, expanded debt to income, 55%. Bankruptcy, short sale, foreclosure, deed in lieu, all okay. Seriously. And you know what the great thing is here? You've got a phone number. Info at Angel Oaks. Wholesale contact. Sales. You have just, bleh. It's going to happen again, everybody. Marathon, Home Express, New Pen. You laugh about this, but it's going to happen again, everybody. You have to be prepared. Why would you not start making plans now for 6 months from now? If you knew the end of the world was going to happen sometime next year, would you go out and get water? Would you go out and put some food away? Would you go out and get some phosphorus or water clean pills? Would you buy a bunch of toilet paper? Okay. If you knew the end of the world was going to happen in 2019, as we know, would you go do that? Would you go buy a gun and some bullets? Probably would. Okay. You would do that. I'm showing you here. I'm giving you the crystal ball. Hello, here's all this shit that happened beforehand. It's going to happen again. How do you make it happen? How do you make things work in your favor so that this time around, you're not in the short end of the stick, you're in the long end, and whenever there's blood in the water, you're making money. This is some of the things that we focus on at our November 30th workshop, everybody, okay? We also focus on this. This is one of the trainings that we went through on our WC and crew membership, okay? Laura Blunk says, I have to giggle every time you go over these sites. I know. I get so hopped up about it, okay? I get excited about it because I know what's coming. I think you should all know it's coming too. Patrice, LOL. I had a guy call me like 2 Friday nights ago. It was Friday night, the fast track we had last week. Guy calls me, goes, yeah, we'll do 480 FICO. 480? I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, non-owner occupied will go up to 75%. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, dude, we'll do it day out of bankruptcy, day out of short sale, day out of foreclosure. In foreclosure, we'll do it. I'm like, what? I'm like, craziness. Okay? It does make you giddy because there's opportunity. There's still a ton of opportunity out there. Now, there's people out there who will tell you, you can't buy banks directly from, you can't buy loans directly from banks. You're too small. They won't deal with you. And that's a bunch of horse shit because banks need somebody to mail, not to mail, but to sell the stuff off to. Okay? And we as real estate investors, we have the opportunity to come in and buy the stuff at a discount, substantial discount, Corey. So if the market turns south, we're still sitting in the black. It gives, when the market turns south, we have flexibility buying at a substantial discount to be able to modify the loan, be able to adjust the rate, be able to do some things to make it a true win-win out there across the board. Okay. I'm not talking about anybody. I just use my Texan accent. All right. But you can buy direct from banks. It happens all the time. Okay. People buy direct from banks and hedge funds all the time. And what you have to realize, there's a lot of lending institutions that aren't even listed on Scotsman Guide that are freaking selling, doing the same thing, non-prime. They're literally originating and then pulling together and selling off of Wall Street and making a killing. Okay. Wouldn't you love to know? Wouldn't you love to have 150, 200 people that you got a listing they could reach out to if there's a deal in their state? I would. That's why I say go fill out the freaking survey so that you can put 150, 130, how many people have filled this out thing into your database and say, oh, I got deals in North Carolina. I'm not buying North Carolina, but I can reach out to these 6 people. Okay. I can reach out to these 20 people that North Carolina is one of their top 3 markets. Okay. What are we up to right now? 139. Come on. I'm willing to bet that most of you that are on here have already filled this thing out. Okay. Thank you. If you have not, shame on you, because I will track you down. I will track you down. All right. But some of the things that we're going to do next Note Camp is I'm going to try to get on a subprime lender to talk about their sales site. Somebody that'll be anonymous. Okay. And bring them on to talk about their sales department. Okay. Thanks, Joe. The thing I'm trying to get at, everybody, is look, we put these things together to help you. I am very passionate about having you find success. I want to help you success, but most of you can't do it yourself. You got to have somebody that shows you the way, is willing to take your phone call, answer your text message, or give you the resources you need to do. And I get financing, money may be a little tight at the end of the year. I get it. I totally understand that. I've been there. Okay. This is why we offer different levels of engagement. If you think you can do this yourself, great. Go do it yourself. Maybe you need a little bit of help. Hey, the WCN membership is there for you. Okay. All right. I mean, just alone getting tickets to Note Camp and all the discounts we get, that's just worth it right there alone. Okay. You attend one workshop a year, or 2 workshops a year, or 3 of our virtual workshops a year. It's worth it. The discounts we're able to get for you, it's worth it. Okay. $97 a month, WCNmembership.com. All right. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You don't like Scott Carson, totally fine. I don't take offense to it. Don't really give a rat's ass. Doesn't keep me up at night. All right. But trust me, I guarantee nobody is teaching the non-performing stuff like we do. And you need to know non-performing. Okay. If you like performing, that's great. That's awesome. But you're going to have some non-performing take place. You need to know what you need to do. Okay. And we've got a virtual workshop for you. If you want to find and take your business next level, hey, maybe the fast track and the mastermind is for you. If it's not, don't know yet, hey, come to a sneak peek. Jump on a plane. Who doesn't want to be in South Florida in December? Shorts weather. Margaritas on the water. Okay? Who doesn't want to be around 30, 40, maybe 50 people who are doing the same things that you want to be doing? Who are willing to network with you, willing to give you some secrets. That's the beauty about what we do, everybody. We are so blessed because we have surrounded ourselves with just amazing people. It's not me. Okay? You are an average of the 5 people you surround yourselves with the most. I just like to surround myself with a higher net than it brings me up. And it's proven. If you're not making the money you want to be making, you probably need another circle. You need to upgrade your friends. Not say get rid of them, but just upgrade. Hang out with different people that are where you want to be. All right? And the biggest mistake I see new entrepreneurs make is they get advice versus seeking counsel. Advice is like an asshole. Everybody can give you advice. Your grandmother, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your best friend from high school, okay? Your ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends. Oh, you can't do that. All right? You can do that, okay? Just go out. If you're committed to making things happen in 2019, hey, we've got the opportunities for you. We'd love to have you at the Fast Track in January. We'd love to have you come to Cape Coral in December. $1,000, get a sneak peek. It's fully creditable towards your tuition for a Fast Track, and it's not immediately. If it takes you 90 days to pull the trigger, that's fine. We'll still keep it for 90 days. Okay, it gives you some time. But we got dates in January, February, March to make 2018, the first quarter of 2018, your most productive, so that you can take advantage of what's going on in 2019 out there, everybody. Okay. Love to have you. Like I said, if you want any of those, drop me an email. Glad to send you a link as well. What we're going to do right now, everybody, anybody have any questions before we take a short, like a 15-minute break? Everybody get up, stretch, and grab a fresh cup of coffee, and we'll go from there. Questions, comments, concerns? All right. Then we're going to take a 15-minute break. We'll be back right at noon Central Standard Time. You won't want to miss it. We got special guests coming on out of the blue. See you back in 15.